What is up, guys? Yoshio here. I got you a tank review on the Tier 4 Chinese main battle tank, the Type 80-2. So with that out of the way, we're going to go right into the stats of this bad boy. So here we go. Okay, so the damage is 428. The penetration is 320 millimeters. The damage per minute is 2,993. The reload time is 8.58 seconds. The maximum speed is 55 kilometers an hour. Now, can potentially reset top speed on its own power. Give or take, it just depends on the terrain you're on. The 0 to 32 kilometer rate is 6.29 seconds, but it's not bad. The vehicle mass is 38,002 kilograms. That's actually lighter than the Leopard 1. The altiverse is 32.63 degrees. The camouflage is 14% across the board. The view range on the move is 410 meters. The canopy pressure is minus 6 degrees down, but it's not bad. Plus 6 degrees up, but it's not bad either. The minimum spread is 0.132 degrees. The A time is 2 seconds, and the return to burst is 41.16 seconds. Now with that, we're going to go into the ammo. Now there's 4 different types of ammo, but the first 2 are actually the stock ammo that comes with the tank itself, so be prepared. So with that, we'll go right into the ammo. For the heat ammo, the cell size is 1. The damage is 386 to 588. The penetration is 375 millimeters. The speed is 1,173 meters per second. That's pretty fast. The minimum spread is 0.142 degrees. The A time is 3.5 seconds. The reload time is 10 seconds. The maximum damage bonus is 25%. The fire chance bonus is 300%. And the bonus martial damage is 25%. Now with that, we're going to go right into the other stock ammo, which is the armor-piercing Guardian Sabo. Now, this is going to get weird for you. The 2 armor-piercing types is different. We're going to see why in a minute. So with that, we'll go right into that ammo type. For the AP ammo, the cell size is the same. The damage is 378 to 462. The penetration is 270 millimeters. The speed is 1,456 meters per second. Hang on a minute. That's really fast for that kind of ammo. The minimum spread is 0.139 degrees. The A time is 2.5 seconds. And the reload time is 10 seconds. Now with that, we're going to go right into the high explosive squash head ammo. This is the max high explosive ammo you get on this tank. So with that, we're going to go right into that ammo type. For the HE ammo, the cell size is the same. The damage is 91 to 606. The penetration is 230 millimeters. The spool threshold is 137 millimeters. The speed is 732 meters per second. That's slow, but that'll work. The minimum spread is 0.152 degrees. The A time is 2.5 seconds. The reload time is 10 seconds. The maximum damage bonus is 23%. The fire chance bonus is 300%. And the bonus module damage is 50%. Now with that, we're going to go into the armor-piercing fin stabilizer Guardian Sabo. Now you're going to see something a little bit different with this type of ammo. The speed's different. Why is that? I have no idea, but we're going to find this out. So with that, let's go right into that ammo type. For the AP ammo, the cell size is the same. The damage is 386 to 471. The penetration is 320 millimeters. The speed is 1,428 meters per second. Hang on. The armor-piercing Guardian Sabo is faster than this ammo. Why is that? No idea. The minimum spread is 0.139 degrees. The A time is 2.5 seconds. And the reload time is 10 seconds. So with that, we're going to go right into the armor. The armor on this machine is actually pretty decent. So with that, let's go right into the armor. For the armor, the hit points is 2,215. The hull has 150 millimeters in the front, 80 to the sides, 45 at the rear. The hull composition is composite. The turret has 240 millimeters in the front, 165 at the sides, 65 at the rear. The turret composition is steel. Now with that, we're going to go right into the gameplay, but before that, I want to point something out to you that's happened to me last night in a match I was in. This is something you're not supposed to do if you're in any vehicle, including tank destroyers. So with that, let's go right to the thing I've mentioned earlier. Okay, so before we get to the gameplay, I want to point something out to you. Notice the tank destroyer, the Dragoon 90 at the bottom? Don't be this guy. Because I witnessed this And I was gonna call him out. He goes, "I'm so fast you can't get me." I'm thinking, despite you being fast, does not mean you're invincible. So what happened was, he suicided. That's right, he fell into the cliff and died because he thought he was invincible. No, that's not how tank destroyers work. Tank destroyers are lightly armored, and you're supposed to shoot at range. That's all it's for. The LAV-159, he did an excellent job with his 12 kills. He almost got a destroyer medal for that, which congratulations to him, to the rest of the guys, not bad. But the Dragoon 90, you need to be doing better than that. So, with that, let's go right into the gameplay for real this time. It's not uncommon to actually get a match like this, where you're in one tier and they're all the same tier. That's not uncommon. That is something to be expected sometimes. Now, there's something I want to point out. There's a TCT2M on the team, which unfortunately did not do anything, but I hope I could see how good it went. But this is the Type 80-2 review, so we're not going to focus on the TCT2M, we're going to focus on the machine we're talking about. So, originally, it was designed to replace the Type 59, but it never went into production. I wish the one thing they should have done for China is they should have replaced the Type 59 with the Type 80-2, because it was actually pretty good. They needed something that would have countered some of the vehicles we had, but they never did. Which means they stuck with the Type 59, which as the 100mm gun would not do anything. So, how effective is this machine? Well, this machine is actually pretty effective, as long as you know what you're doing with this machine. The mobility is pretty good, the armor is pretty good, and the gun's pretty good. What is it designed for? It's designed for brawling. So, you can brawl the living crap out of this machine and do extremely well in it. As long as there's not too many enemies, and you can easily do stuff like this, but you can take the damage and also dish out the damage at the same time. So, and you have a team like this where they're very effective and you know what you're doing. That's important. It's important to have a team that will help you out in case you're in a pinch. So, that's a good team. And you might as well hope you get the same team again when you get stuff like that. But there are teams that are utter crap, and you will have to carry them, which sometimes that's not a bad thing. Sometimes it's a good thing. That way, you can show off what you need to do, and all that. There's some pros and cons to it. At the same time, it can also be a bad thing, because if you get overwhelmed, you die, and they're all just sitting there like, who's going next? Don't do that. If they're gonna be like that, just do the best you can. That's all that matters. Just do the best you can. That poor XM800T Law just did not last very long against that. So sad. But here's another thing that's gonna be very important. You gotta make sure, and this is true, you gotta make sure you know how to play your machines. And I've learned one thing's for certain, is you gotta make sure that, especially the Dragoon 90 player, that despite the fact you got the mobility, does not mean you're invincible, because your tank destroyer does not have armor whatsoever. So, for you to do that, it is to dive off a cliff and die. It may be a driver error, but at the same time, that's also karma. Because I could have said something and called you out. This person's a little kid, which honestly should not be playing Armored Warfare. And there should be an age limit. There should be an age minimum, honestly. Because holy crap, there are some moments where they should not be playing Armored Warfare, despite the age. It's like, it matters where if you're good at the game, sure, you can play this game, because this game should be very helpful for you. But at the same time, you gotta make sure you know what you're doing. Because, sure, you can have people that can teach you all this stuff. That's good too. Oh, did you see that no pin from the Type 79? Yeah, that was a thing. But this Magog 5 player on my team did extremely well. Good job for the Magog 5. I may do a review on the Magog 5 later on in the future. But first, I want to see if I can get the Type 59-2, because that's a tank I want to review first. But if I don't get the Type 59-2 in a certain time, I will review the Magog 5, because the Magog 5 is actually really good. And the one thing is, watch this. I bounce, I get pinned. Magog 5 take the T-72 takes it out. Great. That's always good at supporting teammates. And I don't have a light lesson for you guys at all, because everything's been good. It's just a matter of how you play your tanks and all your vehicles. I don't typically play armored fighting vehicles. I don't play tank destroyers. I don't play artillery. I don't play light tanks. I play main battle tanks because that's where I'm good at. You gotta make sure you gotta play any tier, any type you're good at. If you're good at main battle tanks, my reviews will help you. If you're good at like armored fighting vehicles and all that, sadly you're on your own unless somebody starts doing reviews on that. Because I will be doing reviews on that. That's not my thing. However, so far, games have been going good. One thing I've been playing a lot lately is Grand Theft Auto 5, which is something I do recommend playing because it's actually a pretty good game despite it being old. So, older games tend to be a really good game still. They withstand the test of time in most cases. So, that's one thing I do recommend doing. Doing your research on that. There's some old games in this world that are actually really good games and they withstand the test of time. Play those games because those games are really good. Just like Just Cause 4. Just Cause 4 is actually a game that will definitely withstand the test of time because all the funny stuff you can do on that, it'll never get old. So, unfortunately, that's the end of the video. Don't forget to like, comment what you think on the video, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so that way you can get to the content first. And with that, hopefully I can make the review on the Magog 5 on the Type 59-2, or it could be streaming later on in the future, who knows. So with that, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, take good care of yourselves, and I will see you guys later on, hopefully in the future.